first letter of Corinthians 3:10. Look at what it says. According to the grace of God which was given to me, as a wise architect, I laid the foundation. It is to say that the apostles didn't lay the foundation, because if they spoke about Christ and now Paul arrives and he says, I, as the master builder, lay down the foundation, which is Christ Jesus, I would imagine a friend of Paul might have said, hey, you forgot about Peter? I'm sure he would have answered, what Peter? He didn't lay nothing here. To the contrary, what he's doing is deceiving people. Because Paul appeared as an aborted one, the apostles had already worked and they had already evangelized that false gospel all around Asia. But after Paul appears after the fact, Paul says, I, the wise architect, I laid the foundation. Notice he doesn't say I established the church. He could not edify the church. What he left was the foundation of the church. And then he prophesied and prophesies about me. The second part of the verse says, and another builds on it. But let each one take heed how he buildeth thereon. Yes, I have a bunch of leaders worldwide and locally that they see and imitate what I speak. They don't dare speak on their own. They overbuild and they take heed as to how they overbuild it. That's why when they stand here and speak, they are overbuilding. Because if they were to say something different from what I've said, then they're not overbuilding properly. If they add, you are not looking to work the structure carefully. And all of you have to work the structure carefully, speaking in one accord to maintain the unity of the Spirit. We're not like the synagogues out there that everybody has their own revelation. No, the teacher from the Bible study says one thing, one had a dream over there, and another one is prophesying here. That law you cannot violate here. You don't have neither an opinion or vote. Well, you can have an opinion in a form of a question, but that God speaks to you, you are wrong. God doesn't speak. God never violates his principles. If he speaks to you separate from me, he's violating a principle, because if he's speaking to you and to me and you're getting mixed messages here, well, where's the unity of the Spirit? God can give you warning of your personal life. And he speaks to you, look, this is so. But speaking to you doctrinally, he cannot, because he violates a principle. Isaiah 54, and we'll finish. Sometimes I receive internationally letters that say, look, apostle, and they give me recommendations and they have their own personal revelations. And I, out of courtesy, I say, well, send a letter and tell them that I received their letter and to continue forward, growing in grace. Imagine, what can I do? There are others that have their own epistles and swear that God spoke to them. But that doesn't agree. Sooner or later, I look at it and say, that is not so. It's not in covenant.